What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. My name is Khansten and today we are back at it with another Starcraft 2 Pro replay. On the bottom left hand side corner we have Beastyqt with the Cutie Club. And on the top right hand corner we have Tosengard. If you guys don't know who this is, Clan Zoro, this is actually none other than the man himself, Harstem. Beastyqt and Harstem, both amazing players. Beastyqt is not much in the pro scene anymore. He used to play a lot back in the day when I used to watch him in Heart of the Swarm. One of my favorite TERRANs to watch, but he didn't really like the balance of the game and so left the pro scene. He still plays a lot. He has his own channel. You guys should check him out as well. He has some pretty cool stuff. I like his balance reviews. I think they're pretty accurate and on point. But anyways, enough about him. Back onto Harstem. He also has his own YouTube channel. Check him out, guys. He always does his live streams on Twitch too. Amazing guy. Such a nice guy as well. Love watching him. He's so funny. I remember watching Home Story Cup live. I think it was 2019. Maybe, yeah, it was either 2019 or 2018, one of those. But his commercial breaks where he would talk about whatever the brand they were advertising or whatever, it was just hilarious. I mean, Harstem, just an overall great guy. Both of these guys are great. Harstem with some light probe arrest, or should I call him Tosengard? I'm just gonna call him Harstem. That's what I know him by. Delaying the command center by a good 150 minerals. Great job there by Harstem. The Reaper should pop out, which is going to kill Harstem's probe, but he comes back to maybe do a little more damage, but the Reaper will probably pick that probe up. SCV scouting on the other side of the map as well. Gateway is down, and Adept is being chrono boosted as well. Maybe he can do some harass with this Adept, and maybe he can kill the SCV since he delayed it so much. You see, that's actually a very good strategy that I like to do myself, is if you can harass with a probe long enough, usually the Terran player would not have enough Marines to defend the low ground with the SCV, and that way you can usually do a lot more damage with the SCV and maybe delay it. But the Reaper is just scouting out to look for any proxies or anything of the sort. The Adept is going to stay at home, I assume, against the Reaper, but as soon as the Reaper is dealt with and the Stalker comes out, the Adept will move across the map. It's like this weird symbiote relationship that the Adept and Stalker have. If you have the Stalker out, it's pretty safe against the Reaper and kind of harass. So that's pretty good. But if you can pick the Reaper off, you can usually send the Adept and the Stalker across the map, and you can usually do a good amount of damage. But it looks like the command center will be built by the time that Adept comes in. But you'll get a Marine for his troubles. Nothing wrong with that. You might be able to pick up that mule actually. That would be pretty nice. But there are two more Jimmies over here. Can he pick the mule off? Is he going to go for it? He's going to go for it. Yep, there you go. He gets that, and he gets the SCV. Great play there by Harstem, but I think the Adept will give his life 4 ire, and it will die. So, decently even trade by both players. If you just look at the losses, it's pretty much the same. Harstem has a little bit more lost, but there was lost mining time there for Beastyqt. That is an early third base by Harstem there. Quite a surprise, actually. Usually, as a PROTOSS player myself, I get my third base around like 4 minutes and 15 seconds to 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That's like a decent time to get your third base up. But the Reaper will now scout out the base and will see the robotics facility as well. So Beastyqt will know what's going on. But I think the Reaper will die. Yep. Stalker on the lower ground does shoot its laser beams and evaporates the poor Reaper man. But it looks like Cloak Banshees are coming up for Beastyqt as well. Is he going mech? I don't see any additional barracks of the sort. I don't see stim or combat shield. I see nothing of the sort. That's quite interesting. Harstem, he's just on robotics facility tech for now. So I mean, just stalkers. Nice pylon position here. And observer. Oh, double observer. Oh, there we go. As soon as I say it, he just moves it. He knows. He's watching me. Harstem's watching me. Guys, help. He's watching me. No, I'm just kidding. But pylon position and observer to scout for any drops, medevacts, adept, not adept. Yeah, Beastyqt is a Terran player. No, PROTOSS player now. But Beastyqt is actually very good at random. I think he used to play PROTOSS as well. He's actually I think he's Grandmaster in random. So I mean that is quite the amazing feat there that he has accomplished. But it looks like there is a push coming in from Beastyqt. Behind it, he is going for a third CC on the by the command center there. Harstem, I think he is actually he does not have enough. No Immortal out. Oh, Immortal just pops out in the nick of time. Well, that is a lot. SCVs were brought onto the attack too to build bunkers in there, but battery overcharge was started. But he's gonna try to gun down. Wow, that Immortal took a lot of damage. Yeah, that battery just instantly healed it up so fast. The SCVs were picked off, so their bunkers will not finish. Harstem now just needs to build as much as he can. But Beastyqt is still going to be constantly reinforcing with more tanks and more marines. Is this going to be a mech build? I honestly don't see any additional barracks, no stim. To me, this seems like a mech build, but at the same time, a couple of the siege tanks were picked up, but Cloak Banshees are here and there is no detection. For Harstem, more stalkers are coming in, but the observer. Harstem, where is your observer? Holsten Guard, why is it so slow? The stalkers are getting shelled away by the siege tank as well. Harstem taking an immense amount of damage by such a light push from Beastyqt, but that's what you get when you're taking a base so early. But if Harstem can hang on here, I think he'll have a much easier time. Now he is recalling that observer, and Beastyqt, with such an amazing play, picks off that observer again. So now these Banshees will be doing so much damage to all those units. That Mortal is going to start targeting down the siege tank, but he will be picked off pretty fast. The poor Marines are getting shredded by those stalkers, but can he dish out enough damage? Can Beastyqt pick off this third Nexus with his on the way? Additional factory on the way for Beastyqt. Harstem, he's... Oh, there's a shield battery in there. That actually won't do much damage, but Harstem trying to hold on with dear life for this base. Trying to chrono as many observers as he can. If he can get charge done, that would be amazing for him, because this contain will basically be non-existent. That Widow Mine! Oh, good Widow Mine shot there. I think that's just going to trigger Harstem to go for it a little bit there. Lots of siege tanks are being picked off now. That Immortal doing heavy damage. Can he pick off that siege tank? He does pick off that next siege tank. Battery overcharge did go off. He didn't heal the Nexus there, which might have been a mistake. But can he hold on here? The Nexus is getting critical. Only 250 HP is left. If he wants to do something, it has to be now. But it looks like it is going to be picked off eventually. Charge has finished though, and additional gateways are being done. Are changing into warp gates actually. But behind this, Beastyqt is going for 4 additional factories. So this is going to be a full-on mech build by Beastyqt. Harstem takes a base again, and it was immediately taken down. That wasn't even a proper cancel there by Harstem. But with the Zealots on top of the siege tanks, I think Harstem is going to hold us off eventually. He did take a lot of damage though. If you just look at the units lost, yeah, look at that, 3,000 to 5,350. Harstem lost a lot more than Beastyqt there. Banshees are trying to do some more damage, but maybe he can pick one off with the observer coming in. No. I just want to highlight what Beastyqt did there. He is taking his 4th base as well. But he scanned twice. First he killed off the first observer with the scan. Then when Harstem realized that, he recalled his next observer. But Beastyqt scanned again, locked onto it with his Cyclone, and picked it off with ease. That is such a high IQ play that it's amazing that how some of these players can react and think like that. I mean, I could never. I mean, I was playing, you guys saw, I don't know if you guys saw, I don't want to spoil it, but my last match I didn't do so hot. And honestly, I was just getting so flustered because my APM is only like 180 at best, maybe 200 as PROTOSS. So I mean, I can only do so many actions per minute. I macroed poorly. Honestly, I felt like I was going to win that game. If I had macroed properly, I would have had like 2 or 3 Colossus out with +1/+1 on the way. Like their Nexus would be done, so many probes out, 60 probes at least. And I think I could have killed him, but I was just so focused on my Blink Stalkers that it really messed me up. But enough about me. This should be interesting. Mech against PROTOSS is quite the interesting predicament, because a lot of players say Mech is really bad against PROTOSS. but then sometimes it just smashes PROTOSS. So honestly, I don't really know what is true. And when I play mech with PROTOSS, it kind of gets frustrating sometimes because it's hard to push into when people use mass siege tanks. But honestly, I think you can get used to it. Can you drop on the Zealous? Oh my goodness, poor tanks there. That friendly fire was just sad. And he's gonna save that Zealot. He literally has nothing that attacks up except for a couple Widow Mines. Just Banshees are just following it around. Fourth base is now taken by Harstem as well, with that rich mineral geyser. Ooh, I honestly think that looks so sexy with like the purple gas coming out. It looks hot, not gonna lie. But Archons are on the way. Stargate along with Dark Templar, Dark Shrine, Dank Shrine, Dank Shrine on the way for Harstem as well. +1 attack is almost finished. Hopefully he starts up +2 right away. Harstem, I'm waiting for you. Harstem, don't let me down. I put you on the spot. Alright, he's not going to be getting it right now. Beastyqt, on the other hand, is getting +1/+1. Both upgrades on the way. Harstem is now taking his 5th base. You see, this is a very common thing to do, and it's a very smart thing to do against a mech player. When you know they're playing mech, you just heavily out-expand them because they're just going to be turtling. By the way, +2 ground attack was started for Harstem as well, but it looks like he wants to push in and do some damage. Nice warping in the main base, but with Blue Flame Hellions, I don't think you're going to get much done, my friend. But at the same time, he is going to push in for this planetary. There are a couple siege tanks here, but my friend, that is a planetary. I don't know if you want to push in there. He's going to right-click it right now, but yeah, you're taking a lot of damage there. Those SCVs are repairing so hard. I don't think that was a cost-efficient fight. I think he lost like 15 or so units, and then he's going to recall half his army. Not a good play there by Harstem. The rest of the units are probably going to be chased away by that Banshee. But I like his expanding play. That's a very good play. One singular Phoenix. Oh, probably a couple Phoenixes to deal with the Banshees. I like that. It's a very smart thing to do. But it looks like it's just going to be Battle Mech with Heavy Siege Tank for Beastyqt. We've reached a bit of a lull in the game, it looks like. So, I want to use this as a moment to advertise my Twitch channel. Yep, gotcha. I'm one of those people. But I just made a Twitch account, guys. I'll put a link of it in the description below. I want to start streaming in a few days. Not full-time. I want to do like maybe a day or two in the next week. Just to, you know, solidify myself as there, try it out, mess with the bugs and stuff like that as well, as the Banshee gets picked up. But I'll leave a link down below. Follow it, guys. Show some support. You guys, we're already almost at like, what, 450 subscribers. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for all of the support. I really appreciate it. I know it just does not get said enough. You guys, I make my content for you, and you guys repay me so well. So I want to thank you guys for that. But I digress. Let's get back into this game. Harstem making what is literally immortal. Oh, immortal? Yeah, look at this guy. Just look at him. Beefy body. Nice biceps right there as well. Walking on 4 legs. He kind of looks like... I don't know if you guys seen that. What's that show? I'll let this fight go on real quick. It looks like Harstem wants to push in right now. I don't think you're going to get much done, especially with that. With those Liberators sieging up, you don't want to get anything done. Fleet Bacon is now on the way for Harstem as well. He sees the transition into Liberators, so that's pretty smart. Is that the smart servos? Yeah, smart servos. That helps like Vikings, Thors, and Hellbats and Hellions transform faster. So it's a nice little upgrade to have. Along with War Presence Speed. More Stargates are on the way. I think Tempest is the way you want to go as Harstem like now. Lift up the siege tanks! Lift up the siege tanks! Oh, that's too much there. That's way too much. But with all these Archons, you can probably buffer and take some things out. See, if you can fight outside of the range... Excuse me. Of that siege tank, you can do a lot of damage. No! Immortal! Can you save it? No, you can't save it. Yeah, it's better just to abandon that than lose your Stalkers, because your Stalkers are pretty fragile. But Disruptors are on the way as well. I think Disruptors are pretty good against a mobile army like this that clumps up a lot. And you can get a bunch of shots on siege tanks that are... Oh, siege. You wouldn't believe it, right? Another base is being taken by Harstem. He should take this base right here. This ninja base, it'd be pretty cool. But I think Beastyqt is going to take out that base rather quickly. Tempests are on the way. +3/+3 is also on the way for Beastyqt. Plus 3 attack is on the way. I don't think Harstem has any shield upgrades or armor upgrades. Let's see, where is it? G? Yeah, there we go. Oh, he has plus 1 armor. Better than nothing, right? But disruptors are here as well. Beastyqt with a nice contain on Harstem. Oops, it was already zoomed out there. Nice disruptor shot! Oh, that was so close. You see, that was me. I would have lost all my cyclones there. It's such a hard and such a tough thing to calculate. Wow. That friendly fire though. But like, not knowing if you're gonna be able to kill the disruptor in time, it's just such a fragile thing, and you gotta be so careful. But these pro players do it so freaking effortlessly. Gosh, what am I? I don't even know what I'm on. Oops. But they do it so effortlessly. Oh, I'm just done. You know what I'm saying here. But they do it so well and without a problem, and it's like, you guys are just good. Nice disruptor hit there. But Beastyqt just lost his entire army, and at the same time, Harstem is just building a stronger, he's just replacing his more gateway heavy army with more sophisticated units like Tempest, Disruptors, Immortals. I don't know. Beastyqt, I think that was a questionable move out. He didn't have much there, and he was in an interesting position there, but obviously he is a pro player. He knows more than me. 7 High Templars on the way. You see, if you're ever down in supply and you have gas, just High Templars. High Templars GTs for the win. But it looks like Harstem does now want to push in. 3 more Archons have been built. Disruptors and Tempest have a unique niche position with each other that is such an interesting combination, because both of them are like slow. Disruptors have a cooldown, Tempest hit from range, but if you can stagger them properly, they're actually one of the best combinations, and it's very interesting how players can like make them work so well. I mean, you wouldn't think it would work well, but somehow it does. A little bit of harass there with the single heli, and I'm pretty sure a probe can one-shot that. It literally has 1 health. But at the same time, Harstem is going to right-click on that planetary, and this time he is going to get it down. Beastyqt he just doesn't have enough army supply. He's just heavily in favor of Harstem. I mean, at this point, he can keep on rotating between this base and this base right here, so he can do a lot of damage pretty easily. And especially with those Tempests, you can easily start picking things off one by one, and it's basically free damage. But with the Vikings out, is he going to lose it? He loses 1 Tempest, but his ground army is just so massive. He can honestly just go in for it. Oh, these Archons, poor SCVs, are going in for it. Stalkers do blink onto some of these tanks here. The tanks are picked off as well. Beastyqt is plummeting in supply now. The command center and planetary does get picked off, and a massive disruptor hit there as well. Harstem is just now picking apart Beastyqt. Doesn't even look fair anymore. 88 supply to 137. I think that is going to be all she wrote for Beastyqt. He lost both of his bases. I don't really see how he can recuperate. Harstem is on 60 workers versus 36 of Beastyqt, and he does tap out. GG is called, and Toslengard, also known as Harstem, does take the victory. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, leave a like, subscribe. If there are any special matchups that you guys want me to cast, leave a comment down below of which matchup that is, and maybe send me the link if you can, and I will try my best to cast it. Just leave a comment below. I'm pretty sure most of them are spawningtool.net, so just leave a comment down below which replays you guys want to see next, specific players or whatnot. But that is all for me today. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!